Oops. Oh. Okay. So Sid's son, Munkers, has a world. I was getting so confused for a second there. Why has it done that? I did not click on Munkers. If I end up in Munkers, I'm going to be upset. Because I have not been invited. Okay. That's good. So, I don't know if you just heard me, because I don't know if you can hear me on the Minecraft menu, but, Cideran's son, you'll probably hear me call him Sid, but, anyway, his son, Munkers, gamertag, duh. Don't worry, he didn't name his kid Munkers. But anyway, he's got a Minecraft world, and I was getting very confused because that was the first one up, and I'm like, that is not a world I've played. Why is it first? And then I'm like, oh, Munkers, okay. I mean, I probably could have gone in it, but I'd rather be invited first. Um, because you never know if your friends want you on their world or if, Minecraft is saying it's okay, but it's really not. Yeah. So, just in case, I'd rather get invited. Um, Although, maybe, I was just thinking maybe next time, Sid's on while I'm on, I could ask him to ask Munkers if it's okay if I see his world, available, if it's okay for me to come on there. That's respectable, asking first. Um, Anyway, I am super excited. I want to get back to my book very badly because we finally got on to the airplane in my I'm editing Test and Love right now, which is Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 4. Um Anyway, I am editing it and we finally got to the point where we're on the airplane. Well, I decided to go and take that big old chapter and bust it down a little bit more, break it up a little bit more, um, to where it ended up being Adam's ride and then it's Adam's flight. Now, Adam's flight is supposed to only last until um, uh, the chapter Adam's flight is supposed to only last until Adam is off the plane. Um, but the thing is that it's not all about Adam. I mean, Adam does have stuff to do in that chapter, but it's not like all about him. It's about the whole, everybody on the plane. So, So they got to the airport, and William and Sean are watching the biker ninja drive away with the motorcycle. It's not her motorcycle. It's not Sean's motorcycle. It's Morgan's motorcycle. So Morgan is going to be very angry. Morgan is going to be very angry when she finds out where her motorcycle is, or who has her motorcycle, and I just thought of that. I didn't write anything in, or at least I don't think I did write anything in about the motorcycle after Sean flies the plane. Like, did it get crashed? Did it just arrive home safely, or what? I don't know if I wrote anything in about the motorcycle. I just know that Ashley makes some choices while Sean is gone that are so not like her, but yeah. Anyway, I just thought it added to the book. But anyway, she makes some choices. So anyway, the while they're standing there wondering what to do about the motorcycle, Sean's ex-girlfriend Jody walks up. Jody works at the airport, and they need to get a group of guests, patrons, whatever you want to call them, home. I don't know what to call them. Customers. Sure, something like that. Anyway, they need to get them home, and they don't have a pilot because the one pilot just went home after a long flight, and that other pilot has appendicitis. So Sean asks William, can I fly the plane? And William goes, yeah. Yeah. Well, he says go. Like, go fly the plane. And so they go to the lounge waiting room. I forget what you call it. And I forget what you really call it. And he finds out that it wasn't just that. It's also that 2 of the engines caught on fire. So, Sean, is volunteering to fly the plane, and Jody gets her boss, and her boss doesn't really want Sean to fly the plane. He goes, I hear that you're our only hope. And he's saying it a little sternly. But Sean shows him his pilot's license, and the boss is okay with that. Okay. The boss is okay with that now that he knows that Sean's definitely got a pilot's license. You know what? That was happening yesterday. Like, all of a sudden, I would just burst out in song, and that was distracting me. Especially since sometimes I would come up with a song that I didn't remember the words to. And then I'd want to look them up, but then I didn't because I'm working on my story, and yeah, just became a thing. So it was really weird though, because like as soon as okay, like we went to Burger King last night, and it's because I wanted to stay up extra late so I could finish more of my story. Because for some reason, when everybody goes to bed, I can suddenly concentrate. And that seems a little weird. But, I can suddenly concentrate. So that's when I want to be awake. But, I'm the person that goes and starts falling asleep at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night sometimes. And, it's not like I did anything more on those days. It's just that, that it's just that that's what is happening. So last night we went to Burger King. They were very rude. Okay, so they were if you weren't part of like DoorDash mobile order or the drive-through, you weren't getting helped. In fact, the one mobile order, I swear she stood there for 20 minutes or more. It's supposed to be fast food. But they had four people when we walked in. They had like four people working the restaurant, and the two people cooking stuff looked older. Not like 60s, just like um maybe they're 50s, and they just looked older, and I'm like, that's a little weird because usually they have youngins in there. But that's a good thing because the one time we went in there, the youngins were messing around and they weren't paying attention to if there was customers or not. They were having a conversation about having a party or some party that they attended or something like that. I think. And yeah, I ended up using my my California voice, where you go and suddenly get super loud and it's like, "Excuse me?" Yeah. Or hello, or whatever word came out of my mouth. Um, you know, I mean, obviously it was a lot louder, but I don't want to be yelling in everybody's ears. Um, that's the difference between me and some of the other YouTubers, is that I try to not hurt your ears. I have to turn certain YouTubers down because they are a little loud. Um, Mostly. Well, okay, so DJ Goham on Farm Sim News. I only had I added him because he's mildly entertaining to me. I don't like the not I don't like it, just I don't play Farm Sim. Every time I do play Farm Sim, it seems like I go and crash all the vehicles together, and I don't really understand it, and I've never really wanted to work on a farm. Well, maybe when I was a kid, but I don't think I've ever really wanted to work on a farm. Like, I was the kid that, when I was younger, I wanted to, nobody ever asked me, but I wanted to be a rock star and a firefighter and a policeman and um and a book author, and a whole bunch of different things. All the really cool career. Oh, actor or actor. Yeah, I mean actress. Um, I wanted to be like the the um the singer that sings all the great songs. Um, I probably wanted to be an artist, and slowly some of those dwindled out because like I'm not so great at drawing. I can draw a landscape. Like I could probably draw a landscape, but I cannot draw people. And that's called a leash, and it takes you outside. Bobby's over there sniffing the leash. But she'd have to have a harness, and the only harness we have right now for her is corals, corals. So she wouldn't let me pick her up to take her outside anyway, you know. But yeah, that just reminded me though. So Sam was sniffing, I guess the wrapper for, or maybe he was saving the chocolate till later, or something like that, which doesn't sound like my husband at all. But anyway, something like that. So my husband started talking to Sam about, you're not allowed to have chocolate. You're allergic to it. That's what we tell them, that they're allergic to it, and then usually they'll back off. Well, chocolate just smells so good that he didn't want to back off, but he eventually did. But yeah, it took telling him that he would be ending up joining Coral, living with the kitty doctor, to get him to do it, though. Um, I told my cats that they, when it's their time, they had to go live with the kitty doctor. Well, I felt like a guilty liar for the longest time, and then I realized God's the great physician, so there is a spot in the Bible, just so everybody knows, that says all God's creatures go to heaven. And I thought that was really weird because of the fact that it's in the Bible that all God's creatures go to heaven. And people usually just say, oh no, it's just people. It's like, what do I believe? Do I believe what's in the Bible, which God says is what you're supposed to believe in? Or do I listen to my pastor, thank you very much, who said that it was the other way around? That, no, it's just people. And I'm like, I'm confused. I think I'll wait until I get there and then, ask, which one is it for real. But I like to think that my mama is up there taking care of Coral until we can get back to her. And yeah. Oh, and some other people's kitty cats too. My mom was good at taking care of kitty cats. Except for Simba, but that wasn't really her fault. Because Simba, I think, was born with some kind of birth defects, and literally he felt like a piece of paper with claws. And my mom seems to think that if she hadn't fed him milk, that he'd still be with us. But I don't think that he had enough. Uh, I don't think he had enough in him to do that. So, Simba was a runt of the family. Like how he made it through birth is confusing the heck out of me right now. But anyway, I didn't say that to get everybody upset. Simba's been gone for a long time. One, two, three. He was a kitten, by the way. I didn't say that he was a cat. He was a kitten. Yeah. So, but he was not healthy, I think. Like, we would have had to take him to the kitty doctor and say, "You got anything that we can do for this?" I, you know, now that I've got cats and, they're pretty much my kids, I'm like, yeah, we should definitely take him to the kitty doctor. Um, anyway, I got 4 pages done in my story yesterday. And then I got another 2 pages done, like between, I think it was between, um, 11 something and, oh, okay. Between 11 something and 2, no, just before 2. So 1 something. Um, you know what? That doesn't help when you do it wrong. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so I got another 2 pages done then. And then I started to fall asleep, so I was like, okay, we'll go to sleep. Then I woke up at 4 something, ended up going upstairs and then coming back down again. And I was like, I'm kind of wide awake right now. So I did another 2 pages. So now I'm trying to do one more page and hopefully, I'm trying to do 6 or 7 pages today. So the portables were brown, but they were not made out of wood. Oh, for all of you who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, this is a modified replica of my high school and it's so I know what the high school looks like um for my story. I just decided it was the same high school. I've built all of this stuff, and the classrooms and the library and the office, and well, technically, okay, Squibs helped me with 90% of these houses though. I was content to build them correctly the first time, and um just build them one by one, and it would take forever, but it'd get done eventually. And then he's like, automation. So I'm like, fine. Um, some of the colors got messed up. Ooh, another catio video. Some of the colors, got messed up along the way, but um, dang, two. But it's because like I stopped putting down the bamboo one because it's supposed to be bamboo already. So then I just assumed that, I guess at some point, I just assumed that the one that didn't have the bamboo was supposed to be the oak. So, I hope she's doing this to people she actually knows. Anyway, we have portables over here, 4 of them. Science classroom, I think math and math, but I'm not sure. This is going to be the computer classroom, the typing classroom and the computer classroom. And this is the auto shop. This is going to be a tennis court, and then we're going to have to have more. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was trying to stop it right there. There's no way it's going to stop right there. Okay. So I was pulling I think I was pulling the stuff out from under here, and I can't do that now because I can't pull that out of there now because it's gotta be longer. I pulled it out to. Hi! Bobby came to visit. Hi, sweetheart. Are you cold? Come here. Come here. Come here. Just chill. Yeah, see? And you can run away anytime you want. I think she's cold. She's a short-haired kitty cat, so she's more apt to get cold than anybody else in the house. Sam's got a ton of fur, so I don't have to worry about him. And Ben is a medium fur. Sam's gets tingled a lot, but Ben's does not. So, yeah. Anyway, it's kind of weird. Literally is kind of weird. We're gonna have to come up with a football field and no, we got the football field. It's right there. We're gonna have to come up with a soccer field and they call it. I think they call it football over there in Ireland and Spain and places. And it's not. It's not necessarily spelled Football. I think it's spelled a little bit different. But anyway, my high school had a football field, American football. So that doesn't make any sense for it to be up front and center like that, but I'm not changing it. So I'm going to have to come up with a soccer field to go with the football field. And, um, ooh, like we could do the whole entire field the way we have it over there. Um, with the bleachers and everything, but for soccer. I don't know how, I'm not entirely sure how I would. That just looks like you're littering. Okay, so she got the bright idea, and I'm not sure how this works, but cause I'm not able to listen to it. But she got the bright idea to go, and she's got 1,000 of the red Solo cups. I don't know if they're actually red Solo or if they're the ones that you can get from Costco, but 1,000 of them. And she's just going around to her friends' houses. I certainly hope it's friends' houses. Um, like I said, I can't hear it, but she's going around to her friends' houses and like decorating their front yards. You know, oh yeah, that's gonna look great. The place that they're decorating, it says for sale, or maybe it's the place next to the one that they're selling. But anyway, it says for sale by owner, and she's decorating in cups. Nobody's gonna stop at the house. Maybe she's trying to talk them out of it. I don't know. But yeah, it looks interesting. Weird, but interesting. There's also got to be okay. So there's got to be like a flag football area, and I will probably build the flag football area as soon as I got the as soon as I have the Oh well, no, I don't think I want the classrooms though. So I'll probably have the classic uprights or something for the soccer field. I don't want the classrooms underneath it. Oh, it's 11:04. I gotta have lunch. So for breakfast, I had the other part of my hamburger. I mean, my Whopper last night. And for the most part, my tummy was happy that I actually had food. So, notice what I said though, for the most part. My tummy's kind of like, what the heck? Huh. I guess I'll have to refresh it or something. Usually when I'm downloading something, it says no. Usually when I'm downloading something, um, yeah. So I guess, no, not that one. Um, yeah. So that means that the smaller one isn't gonna have to be um as big because I only want the I only want the bleachers. The bleachers, the bleachers, the bleachers, bleachers, bleachers. I don't want the classrooms, you know? Oh, what the heck? Is this grass or... I think it's supposed to be... Wow. I don't know what... I really don't know what this is supposed to be. I think I was thinking of putting in a, not picnic table, but the round tables with the umbrella. I think I was thinking of putting that in at one point. I have no idea. I think this was a I'll decide what to do with it later thing, and I don't know what I was thinking, so I'll put this in instead and call it a day. Um, Problem is that from this angle, see, from this angle, you'd have to be like right here to see what's going on the football field. And if you're a Minecraft character, you can't even see past the maybe 50-yard line. Yeah, I think it's the 50-yard line that I was seeing. You know, this is stupid because they pretty much only try to call me while I am streaming. And then when I'm not streaming, it's like, we don't want to call her anymore. I mean, it happens every once in a while, but not as much as when I'm streaming. So it sure seems like, how did they get my number? Anyway, it's really cool because, I was able to use that survey money to get, like 5 of my books. So, I've got, no, I was able to use it to get like 6 of my books. I had one of my books, and then it became 2 somehow. But that was before, but I'm pretty sure that was before the survey money. Anyway, and then, I think I had, no, I think I just had Pirate's Daughter. And I was able to buy 2 somehow. I was able to buy 2 copies of Misfortune, one with Minecraft art and one without. And then, and please do not get upset with me because I had to use Minecraft art. I mean, not Minecraft art, but the AI art because I'm not an artist and I cannot afford an artist right now. And all the artists that want to help me seem to have, more animated looking characters and, I like the ones that look like real people. One, two, three, four. So I pretty much have to use AI. But if somebody could draw, even the like, there was art that the Nancy Drew series was using for a while there, and I liked it. You know, you could tell it was a person, but you could also tell that it was a picture. There. But okay, so we need bleachers. So we need bleachers. But okay, wait a minute. So this sidewalk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this sidewalk over here is the classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. Is it supposed to be 5? And that's 6. Okay. Maybe we'll go 6. Um, I know I've gone over my time. And I'm trying to get back from going over my time, but yeah, I know me. I'm going to be like, what was I thinking? And then so I want to do this. Oh, that's a nice design. They made like a Christmas tree kind of design out of cups. Oh my goodness. And she's got these teenager kids with her. And the thing is that she's part of a church group, so she ought to know better than to be doing this. But anyway, I guess it's good, clean, fun kind of thing. But at the moment, it feels more like littering. So to me. Okay, so okay. You know, at least these bleachers, okay, these bleachers right here, you don't feel like you're gonna, like if you happen to be sitting up here, you happen to be sitting up here and you lean over too far, you don't feel like you're gonna be going, ah, you know, because there's classrooms here. Um, I'm sorry that I jumped to stuff like that in real life. So, I end up 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Um, I think about those things because, it could happen. Not because it's going to happen, just because it could. Um, Specifically, we went to a baseball game one time. The A's were playing, and the Oakland A's, and we got really cheap seats. It was like, whoever wants a ticket, bring their money. And they bought a whole bunch of tickets, and I felt so bad because I had to sit on the floor the whole time. I was afraid that because I knew that our seats were out over the um. Hold on, let me see if I can show you an example. No, because of the way I built it. Okay, so just pretend that this is that sheer cliff over here. Um, and that there's nothing under this building. Yeah, that's where our seats were. So I think I made, okay, so I think I made, I think it was Bill. I think I made him really feel really bad. I mean, feel really horrible because I was like, I was afraid of where the seats were because they were so high up. It wasn't his fault, and anyway, I ended up spending more time on the floor, which could have been like super sticky. It could have been like the Walmart floor, where it's dirty as HE double hockey sticks. Uh, it could have been anything. Um, but I sat there. I was wearing my jeans, so it wasn't so bad. I almost want to watch I almost want to watch this again, but I've got so many videos to watch. I'm probably not gonna watch it again. Well, I might watch the very beginning of it, and so I can find out, huh? But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that much. Um, Actually, if so, the problem is that if I build this different than that, seriously, if I build this different than that, then the soccer fans might be like, she doesn't like soccer and she's evil or something. Um, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's gonna be 12 away from the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't need that many agricultural um, classrooms, is what I'm saying. And then, yeah, I don't know if a soccer field is the same size as a football field or what. Because a football field is 300 yards. Hey Google, what size is a soccer field? Oh, okay. So about the same width um from from this side to that side, but at least half of the. Okay, so wait. Okay. That okay, that's a 50. 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay. So if that's a 50. Oh, I don't think I made it 300. I made it correct. I just don't think I made it 300. Um, it's representative anyway. So if that's 50, then that means that this whole thing from this line to that line is 100. So yeah, it's same longness and everything, and we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So the same longness and everything, I think. Not entirely sure. Oh, but there's got to be some room around the edges. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only problem is I don't know how wide it is. There. Because I know that wait a minute. Wait, is this the long or is that the, oh, yeah, this would be the long. I don't know how long it's supposed to be, and how long it's supposed to be though. And it's going to be smaller because it's not going to have the track around it. It's going to be slightly smaller because it's not going to have the track around it. And it's just got to have, I don't know if you have like reserve soccer players or if they're all in the field at the same time. I didn't think of that. So anyway, it's at 110 to 120. So I'll just build it the same exact size that I have it over there. But I don't think that they have the lines in there usually. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up a soccer field. It's gonna be fun. See, if I would have said football, it probably would have come up with American football. So I didn't want to say that, but you know, when you say soccer, it's like, I don't know. It's probably how I asked it. I haven't learned how to ask it to where it understands all the time. My previous HG did work pretty good, but we ended up having to retire. I think we ended up having to retire it because it wasn't. Or maybe I was asking my husband's. Anyway, yeah, I think I was asking my husband's. But anyway, the other one worked a lot better, but it also had some kind of problems. I seem to remember having a different one than this one. Anyway, this one's annoying. Because, like, all of a sudden she'll go, I don't know. You know, you could be asking her what 2 plus 2 is, and she's like, I don't know. Or, I don't know the answer to that specific question, but 2 plus 2 is 4. It's like, really? You had to go through that whole song and dance just to tell me 2 plus 2 is 4. I mean, we've never had that conversation because I know what 2 plus 2 is, but like, I'll ask how to spell a certain word, and it'll sit there and show me how to spell it, but then she'll be like, I didn't understand, so I have to ask like 3 times. No, that's definitely the house that they're. Yeah, it says for sale by owner, and that is definitely the house that they're decorating with red Solo cups. Again, I don't know if the red solo cups or if they went to Costco first and, just got like uh, two, or, 2 to 4 really big bags. I don't know. Um, because I want to say there's 250 in each bag, but maybe there's more than that. I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, so I wanted to put the short end going from here to wherever there is, and I want to put the long end this way. So as soon as I finish that, I will be ending the stream, I think. So I write books. They are available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. And they are Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, later in the series, Esperanza's Party, The Island, Lessons in Love. And then I have a separate series. Those are all part of the Rolling Sea series, and the first 3 are beginnings, and the second 3 are Traitor. Anyway, then I have a children's series which is called Adopted, and the first book is Coral. Now, dumb question over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Fine. It's not supposed to be 52. It's supposed to be 51. I guess not the point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. And then I don't know how many, so I'm just going to the end, wherever the end is. Okay. Yeah, so obviously that mountain's gonna go because there's still gotta be, some stuff. Okay, I don't know how to build a soccer field, but we need to find 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. So, we're going to assume, but we're also going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yay, me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got to be bigger than the person. And I mean bigger than a person, not a Minecraft person. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to build this. Because that's not going to work. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I don't know what a soccer field looks like. Right now, this looks like a great baseball diamond. Okay, so I did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the wall is 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the wall is 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah. So this is going to have a little bit of a weirdness because you can't just fill it in the way you're supposed to fill it in. Yeah, I'm probably going to be thinking this is a football field. I mean, a baseball field. But it's supposed to be a... Yeah, I think I built it too big. Anyway, it's supposed to be the soccer goal. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Again, I don't know how long it's supposed to be, so... And I don't know if... I don't know if there's, like, supposed to be lines. Yeah, I could see this video going hideously wrong. Like, you know, the friend that you thought you had gets all angry at you. I could totally see that. Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's right there. So that's the field goal. So that's the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. Um, where's my, oh, okay, it was blending in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no! Oh no! No, not that. That. Okay. 40, 30, 20. Then it crashed into the. Oh my goodness. I just want to get soccer field done. Okay. Um, so technically it says that we go until noon. So, this could be a longer video than intended. I'm gonna do Dreamlight Valley as soon as I have, uh, well, as soon as I have 6 pages done, I will do some Dreamlight Valley, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing, Dreamlight Valley before 8 o'clock tonight, so, um, or if I'm gonna be like, you know what, I'm having so much fun with my story. Yeah. Um, so I may get done tomorrow instead. I love Dreamlight Valley. I really do. And I got high tags on my Dream Snap. I don't know if they're gonna come up with enough moonstones to go with it, but I'm gonna try. Okay, dang. So the problem is I gotta take this out and put that in. So, okay, wait a minute. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. And this is 10. Okay, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. We need one more. Hold, please. My boy cats were fighting again. They love to fight with each other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then usually I tell them to quit fighting, and if they keep fighting, Mom is gonna have to go up there and she's gonna be very mad, and that means that one of them comes down because neither one of them wants to get in big trouble, you know. So, sometimes when they get in big trouble, Sam gets sent to his room for chewing on his brother. Although I usually want to send Ben to his room for being a chew toy. Can't send him to the same room because they'll just do the same thing again. Um, Ben looks at me like, "But we were playing, Mom," because like for the longest time they weren't. They did not. Uh, Sam and Coral did not want to play with Ben because Ben could make kittens and they couldn't. So like Sam was being sensitive to Coral's needs, um, but they were like alienating him. They were alienating Ben at the same time. And I don't think they really realized that, but they're cats. But I don't think they really realized that. He was getting upset. He was hanging out with Mama because nobody would play with him. I felt like I had the kid, you know, the um the kid that gets picked last in PE. I was usually the one that got picked last in PE, and so the one time I, uh, I was listening for my name and I did not hear it. But apparently I did get picked. Just, I didn't hear it. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure I said I'm sorry because, like, you don't want to be embarrassed. But yeah, I I think I said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and so I was on their team, and I don't even know what we were playing. I assume it was kickball though. I don't never assume, but I really do assume it was kickball, and um like I was not a very good runner. I could kick the ball pretty good when I wanted to. Like I was the kid that everybody got closer. Everybody got closer because they figured that I wasn't going to kick the ball very far. Well, the one time I decided I was going to kick it very far, and everything went right with kicking the ball very far, and I kicked it on the other side of the bark box. Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that doesn't seem very far. Um. Okay, we have it here right now, but is that the 10 or is that the corner? Okay, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, corner. Okay. I don't know where my corner is. Okay. Um. Go out that way. And we'll go out that way. Because, I think Ireland does soccer. Pretty sure. and and I want them to have a soccer field too. That they're gonna have an American football team just because I'm writing the book, because that's what a lot of high schools and colleges have here is you know a soccer field. Um, until I find out that it is decorated with lines and all that, I'm not gonna put lines on it. It's just gonna be well, I think there's supposed to be a different kind of line on the side, but I don't know. I haven't seen a soccer field in a very long time. Um, what most of the world calls football. America calls soccer. America calls the brown, weirdly shaped ball football. And I'm not sure why, because you spend more time. Uh, you can't call it handball, but you use your hand on it more than you use your foot on it. So why did they call it football? I have no idea. Okay, so I think I will. Okay, so I think I told you about my books. Yeah. Um, they are Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, The Island, Lessons in Love, and Coral. So, I think children can read Coral. I try to make it as easy to read as possible. And if I can, I will be getting my uh, niece a copy for her. Uh, well, it's too late for her birthday, but I'll be getting her copies as soon as I can, if I can. Well, I don't know how far back I need to go, actually. Yeah, that'll do. Because on this side of the seriously, on this side of the high school is the ocean eventually. Okay, so it's 11:49 and anyway, well, I guess all of that grass has to come out here. No. This is where it Okay, this is where the um school is that wall right there. So as soon as we figure out where the school is, or school begins, yeah, as soon as we figure out where the school begins, we can put in that wall and not have to go past that if we don't want to. I probably will, just to make sure. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Because we got so much more school to build. It didn't seem like, I mean, it really, there's just a little bit more to do. Kinda. We need the 2 art classrooms, ROTC classroom. Um, we need, we might need a drama room that is not where the drama room is. If I can build an extra drama room, that would probably be better. Like a standalone theater. And then if we have the standalone theater, then I don't have to make that one classroom. I don't have to make those 2 classrooms a 1 classroom. Because it doesn't really fit that way anyway. Nope. Okay. But my question is, am I going to know what this is later? What I was trying to say is I'll probably have to leave myself a note saying this is a soccer field. Oh, so I might be able to open that up a little bit more and redirect the wall a little and stuff. So if you're watching me on Twitch right now, doesn't look like anybody is, but if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. I was very happy to see that it went up 4 points, and I'm trying to get monetized, and I would love to do giveaways with the money, Well, I'm also trying to be able to afford to buy my books when they come out and maybe help out with the bills. But one of my things that I would love to be able to do is giveaways. Yeah, answer the right question, and you I don't know if that's what it's going to be, but you answer the question and you get the latest greatest book, but you have to be willing to the problem with that is that you have to be willing to share your address with a complete stranger. Don't worry, I will not sell your address to anybody or do anything malicious with it. I will just send you the the book. Or I was thinking about making little not 5x7, that doesn't sound right. Like 4x6 or something like that. Christmas ornaments, but plushy. Like a plushy Christmas ornament. And the reason why I want to do that is because, you get your Christmas your Christmas tree all up and beautiful and you got it all fluffed out and with the lights on, and um and the ornaments, and if you're brave enough to do that around your pets, tinsel, but then your dog or cat starts pulling the ornaments off, and one of them smashes to the ground, and it's an old family antique, and you don't have any hope of finding another one. Well, this way, you could put um you could put a plushie of that ornament. It'd have a picture. You could have a plushie of that ornament on your tree instead, and then you don't have to risk your precious heirloom that you've had since you were a kid and your grandma gave it to you. And not trying to make anybody sad. I hope this is nobody's story. Like grandma's gone, and grandma's the one that gave it to you, and now it's all broken. I'm hoping that's nobody's story. But our Harry Potter ornament did suffer. He was on his if I remember correctly, he was on his broom, and he was on his broom, and he had his hand extended, maybe with his maybe with his wand out, so he could do expecto patronum, to get the dementors to go away. It could have been something like that. I definitely think he had a wand out, but I remember him being on his broom. Anyway, so they broke off uh, the wand hand, and then I think something else got broken on there, and it's just like, you guys are destructive. So anyway, I want to be able to go and get a whole bunch of different ornaments, but then make little pillow ornaments out of them, so they don't look the same, but at least they're not breakable. And you can have, like, ribbons instead of hooks, because hooks are not good for your cat. They will play with them, and then they'll try to pick them up in their mouth, and then they may get stuck in their mouth. Yeah, it's just like, you don't want to you don't want to have stuff like that around your toddler either. Some people don't want to have that around their older kid because their kid was just being stupid at the moment. But I've never had that happen. But like, you hear about it happening to somebody, and you're like, you're thinking to yourself, how could they be that dumb? But they're not really being dumb, they're just being curious. So yeah. Mom doesn't want me to eat this Christmas hook, but why? And they don't realize it's because it can cause tummy issues. You'll probably end up erupting, all sorts of things. I don't know why I talk about the weirdest stuff in my streams. Yes, I do. Okay. So, so yeah, all we need to do is finish the stream. I want, and the problem is that I need to, no, part of that screen. The problem is that I need to be able to, see this and see that, okay, we're building a soccer field next time I come in, and Am I going to recognize it as a soccer field right now? Probably not. I just know me. There's going to be a lot happening in my story, and I know most of what happens in that story, but there are some stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, that's how that happened, and you know. So anyway, right now Sean is sitting. He's been forced to his knees. He's sitting on the floor next to the cockpit, just outside of it. Um, he, he came out face toward the other I mean, face toward the passengers. So he gets forced to his knees to the right of that, and he gets sat down just out of reach of being able to lean against the wall. I don't know. I want to say that there's like a middle line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want to say there's a halfway point. I don't know. I could be insane, but I could be totally crazy. I don't think it has lines like a football field, but I want to say that maybe it's got a middle line, so you know that this is. I don't know why that popped up, but the A team and the B team. Um, I'm saying I don't know why that popped up because the A team is a TV show. Yeah, so this is another game that we played in school, but I don't know why. A whole bunch of us were not coordinated enough to play soccer, I think. Um, maybe coordinated isn't the right word. We just weren't very good at it. I know I wasn't very good at it. I had my moments where I kicked the. No, wait. I think I'm thinking of somebody else. um, like, there's that one person that can go and kick the ball all the way across. From the one goal, they can kick it all the way across to the other goal. I want to say I did kick it pretty good, but you know, once. It was probably just once, but like I did that, and like I've never been a sportsy person, but for some reason I signed up for baseball at um I signed up for baseball one year, and I was so happy because I made it to the other I made it to first base, or I made it to second or third base, something like that. And I was so happy, but they didn't understand because like the game got called on account of had to go to lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever. Well, it's probably lunch or breakfast. I mean, lunch or dinner. But or we had to go to because it was church camp, so we probably had to go to church. Um, it was totally funny because the one year my daughter, she's like only 8 months old at the time, and I don't even think she was walking yet. She was like starting to pull herself up. You know, if I was sitting on the bed, she was starting to um, pull herself up so she could um, be near me. You know, I didn't usually do stuff like that. You know, like I'd have her on the bed with me if I was gonna be on the bed. Um, like if I was sitting there folding laundry or something like that, I'd have her up there with me. But she was independent. I kind of hope she sees this. That'd be so funny. She probably text me, Mom. Anyway. Okay, that's a sister. Aww. Okay, so my sister went to a church in Sacramento. It's the one that she grew up in. Um, I mean, grew up going to, and the pastor or one of the pastors, I'm not sure how that went, um, was named Larry, and apparently his wife just passed away, and they're having a memorial thing on the 21st of February. So I'm sure that if I have any prayers in my group, yeah, that's not helping. There we go. Nope, that just looks like Sister Bobby. It's not, but it kind of looks like her. That's not what I meant. Okay, I've got to hop off of here. It's just, I need to, I feel like I need to, um, I feel like I need to get this right before I, um, hop off of here, but that's going to take a very long time to take down. So, like, we'll get a little bit done today, and we'll get a little bit done, probably tomorrow, and, and, what's today? Today's Thursday. So, a little bit tomorrow on Friday, and a little bit on Saturday, and a little bit on Sunday, and a lot a bit on Monday. Then we'll probably end up going back over to that portable and finishing it. As far as I know, there's only one more portable. And then I get the lovely uh, thing, the lovely task of uh, doing the band room. And that's going to be, I think doing the band room is going to be, you know, like job of work. It's going to take a while. Especially because what we did last time is we put all the trophies on the wall. Um, there was a lot of trophies, but I think they were on, um, they were on desks. I mean, tables and a shelf way up high and stuff. And there was pictures and all sorts of things. But what we did last time, I think, was that we put the picture frames, the ones that you can put stuff in. We went and put a whole bunch of totem of undying in those, and that way it looked like we had that many trophies, and it was the whole entire wall filled with trophies. And we even had lockers and everything else. So yeah, it looked great. The only problem with the lockers is that what if you're the kid with the tuba? You can put your trumpet away in the locker probably pretty easily. You might even be able to put your flute in there. But putting your tuba in there or your sousaphone, heck no. So, anyway, I guess I gotta put a note on my build here that says it's the uh, oh boy. So that, and then we're gonna have how much? Well, if we do the same thing where we have uneven, where we have uneven bleachers, then this is going to be more than 12, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think 20. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So if we're doing the uneven thing, 19. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. 777 777 777 777. Okay, you know that you need to do some other task when you start taking. We just got a letter from Blue's Clues and making it 777. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. It could have been another number. But Yeah, it could, it could have been worse. Could have been another number, but we're not going there. Okay. So we have a small problem. We don't want to have to go to the football field to go to the soccer field, but that is way far. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. And then well, I guess we do have to have one building because, you need a concession stand and you don't want to have to go all the way over to the football field concession stand to get food because by the time he gets over there, it's going to be too cold. And some people cannot be trusted to keep it civil when it's too, yeah, okay. I think that's how it goes. 1, 2, wait, how high? 1, 2, this is 3, okay? So we building 3. We're building 3s. So I don't know if it was really called casino or if they were like playing rummy and it used to be called casino. What the heck, but there used to be a TV show called Make Room for Daddy. I think that's what it was. Make Room for Daddy, and this is a city guy. Him and the country don't mix. Do not mix. Like his not father-in-law. Well, they brought up, they helped bring up his wife when she was younger because because her parents were on the road a lot. Um, in I think it was they were on the road a lot. Anyway, in vaudeville. So so she'd go to their house like over the summer and or maybe she just lived with them for the longest time. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, she lived with them a lot. So they were going to go visit, but her husband is played by Danny Thomas in that in the TV show, and he's like, why don't we just pass them by and go to Chicago or something like that, because he knows he's gonna be bored, nothing with nothing to do. Well, eventually, he's supposed to be there on vacation. He's supposed to be, um, he's supposed to be there on vacation. So he tells his son that he can't help him go. That's coming out too, but I'll put it back for now. Anyway, he tells him he can't go looking for arrowheads because, he's supposed to be relaxing. Well, he tells his son to go with his mom, and he doesn't do it. Oh, the boy's name is the son's name is Rusty, and yeah, it doesn't look like I'm finishing this anytime soon. I knew this was gonna happen. Maybe I should have went on Dreamlight Valley instead. Whatever. Um, I just want to finish it. Okay, so like I'm wanting to get this corner out, and it's driving me crazy because it's not coming out very fast. And anyway, so um, so the mom, the mom comes back, and she's like, "Where's Rusty?" And and she's like, "I left him with you." And he goes, "When did you leave him with me?" And she, says something about, he was talking about going to look for arrowheads. And, anyway, so he's missing, right? Well, it turns out that he fell into a ravine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's how I did that. Anyway, it turns out he fell into a ravine, and the whole entire town got together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got together and rescued him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so as long as I have 12, I'm good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can almost play soccer. There we go. Now we can play soccer. As long as we avoid the massive. Well, we can kind of play soccer. If we kick it over the net, that would not be good, since the net's not very tall at the moment. And I made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and filled in the top. Okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be kind of good, and I mean, it'd be good, but it'd also be kind of creepy at the same time. If you get one of those goalies that is perfect, they see the ball coming, they catch it every time, or stop it every time. That'd be good and bad. Because you'd like be wondering, are they, some kind of evil robot, or are they just really good? And you'd probably come to the conclusion that they're really good, but yeah. I think the weirdest stuff when I'm sitting here doing this. Okay, so I am still waiting for the first video to load, and I think it either gave up or something. Maybe it's there already, and it's just not reflecting. I don't know. Nope. Nope. But that thing up there isn't saying. Weird. That is weird. Well, sometimes when you hit download, it doesn't do it. Okay. So and I press refresh on the well, maybe if I press refresh on the video, I mean on the Twitch, it'll do it. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, okay. So unless she just decided all of a sudden to go to Disneyland after they were done, it's made it to the next video. Um, I take the longer videos and usually play them silently in the background. And, I do that because, um, because I've watched people's videos at Disneyland and yeah, I want to hear it, but I'm usually streaming at the time that their video comes up, so I use it to keep the screen on. Okay, so technically, oh, and we only have one. Okay, that kind of sucks. Okay. So, where, where is the thing I'm looking for? Oh, there. I think that'll work. Like, oh, instead of where has my, little dog gone? If you don't remember that song, I am sad for you. But, it's okay. Because you're probably more of a, um, Christina Aguilera or, Britney Spears or, uh, um, Ariana Grande, if I didn't say that. I can't think of her name. Ava Max, That drives my husband nuts. I like that song, and he doesn't. He sees it as the girl power song. He's seen it as the girl power song and that we're killing off the king. But I think I I I'm thinking that it's like if we shared royal responsibilities, then it would be good too. That's the other thing is sometimes I want to listen to music and I can't do that because I'm trying to catch up with YouTube videos and I can't and I'm trying to edit my stories, so then I have to end up um whatever I listen to, I end up having to edit uh not edit it, mute it so I can edit. Um So what I do is I go and piece it together, make sure that the narrator parts sound like the narrator and the parts that are Sean sound like Sean and Jesse sounds like Sean because they're twins. Um, I couldn't think, I mean, I don't have another voice that is reliably pretty much the same all the time. and I wanted them to have the same voice. So, that ended up being perfect. It's like, okay, who do I have for Jesse? I have Sean's voice, and their voice ends up being Derek. So, um, anyway, I love that program. It's called Speechlo. I'm not being paid to advertise it. I just like it. And um, I like that, people sound like they are genuinely saying the sentence the way it's supposed to be said most of the time. Yesterday there was one where I could not get it to say it correctly to save its life, and yeah. It was supposed to be a question mark thing, a question, and it just kept saying, "You're doing this." Yeah. I'm like, no, that's not the way you're supposed to say it. So I ended up being stuck. Ugh. This is going to take forever. Okay, where's that? Yeah, right there. Really? Thank you. Okay, maybe that'll give me a hint that. Oh. Pookies. Just so everybody knows, Pookies is not a swear word in some other language. It's just, like how you might call your kid or your loved one Pookie. It's like that. But, like you say, oh, Pookies. Okay, that would be the part where you stand. And then this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, 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 in theory. I don't think that's supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. Okay, wait a minute. I think I messed up somehow. Yeah, I think I messed up somehow. Yeah, 'cause it's supposed to be twos. Twosies. Twosies! Oh, so that one's not supposed to be like that. I don't know why, but, then this goes back here like that, with that one like that, and like that, and like that, that, but, da, maybe? Yeah, I think that looks better. I don't know. Okay. Well, hopefully I will see the goal. And so that's pretty much what the tennis court's going to look like, but a lot smaller version. And it's going to have dirt path instead of it's going to have dirt path instead of Grass. There you go. Dirt path instead of grass. Finished an idea there. Okay. Anyway, sometimes when you download stuff on my computer, when you download the Twitch video onto my computer, it needs a second try to actually download it. And one time, I think it needed 4 tries, and it finally did it, and yeah. So anyway, sometimes our internet wants to go and take and connect to the 4G tower, which is not supposed to do, and sometimes it does to the 5G tower, and we don't know why. They're both like super close, and all of a sudden the internet's been a little sketchy. So I'm thinking it's trying to connect to the 4G tower again. Okay, so thing is though that I need another set of stairs because we need to be able to go up to the other 2 areas. The other areas. I was gonna leave it at 2, and then I was like, well, I think there's more than that. Okay. I don't know. Being silly. Yeah, well, building the basketball court's gonna be interesting too. That's gonna be a job of work. So that's something that Buffy the Vampire Slayer said on the first episode of the TV show. She said something about her having a secret identity was a job of work. And I don't exactly understand why they use that line or what it's supposed to mean, but I think she was saying it was hard work keeping a secret identity there. And every once in a while I use that, and it just, it sounds weird. But it did remind me, I had a dream, not last night, but the night before. Actually, it might have been the night before now. The night before that. But anyway, Buffy was at the college campus, and she had somebody with her, and he's like a monster person, but she wasn't fighting him. She was like explaining things to him. And like she was super happy, like she was on happy drugs or something. Like she was on happy bad medicine, you know. um but she's like I guess explaining her job, and then all of a sudden like everybody in the whole entire world, or at least everybody in the whole entire town, was coming after her. And keep in mind, I have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer in a very long time. But then, all of a sudden, it was like she got sucked into another dimension because she's got like this fire, um, like like a obstacle, like an obstacle course kind of thing, and she it's all on fire though. So like she's on um a a walkway, and it's got fire underneath it. And it was kind of like she was in a Minecraft cave, because you look across the way, there was a big chasm, uh, big hole. Um, I can't remember what you really call it, but anyway, there was a big um uh there was a big hole thing um between her and the wall, and I have the weirdest dreams. But anyway, and the wall was on fire too. And it was just so weird. And then all of a sudden, she's got this, like, kind of nice outfit on, and um, she's in heels, and she's sliding down this hallway. Oh my goodness. Anyway, she's sliding down this hallway, and she stopped every once in a while, as if um the thing was lagging or something like that. But it was like there was these big holes until she got there, and then they were gone, and she paused for a few seconds, and then the path would continue on. Anyway, but she's going like down, 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 and she's just sliding like she's on roller skates, but she's in heels. And it was so weird. And there's these two people following her, like on Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that is quite often on YouTube, just so you know. But I do not recommend it for all audiences. But anyway, it was just the weirdest thing. And like when she paused, the the two people, they kind of like hurried up so they could continue on more. It was just weird. It was like the weirdest dream I've had in a very long time. Okay, so technically we need to take out the next 6 layers, but I don't think we're going to do that yet. We'll do that another time. Maybe we'll be able to come back on the Xbox later, and we'll do some Dreamlight Valley, and then we'll be able to do more of this. I don't know, because I want to get at least 6 pages done today. I've already done 2. So, I was telling you all that I did 4 pages yesterday. I did 2 pages after midnight, and then I did 2 more pages after a bathroom break this morning. So, I usually don't say it that way, but that's what it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should tell me that I need to finish it out, and okay. 1, 2. I need food. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I figured that soccer's maybe like football, where you want to be on the sidelines. You don't want to be, you don't necessarily want to be right here hoping that you don't get hit by the soccer ball. No, no, no. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Huh. I don't know. Okay, so we're not going to put any more seats in. And where did people sit when they had baseball games? Did they like bring their folding chairs and stuff? Or what? Okay, so I didn't mean to be on here this long. I really didn't. Um okay, so ugh, why don't I just finish this over here? Take this over here, take that over there, take this over here, take that over there. And that kind of sounded like, come and knock on our door. Didn't mean to sound like, come and knock on our door, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch the TV show Three's Company. It's an older show. I think it started in the 70s. And I still think you'll like it. Okay. I still love a bunch of those shows I used to watch back in I watched them in the 80s, but they started in, you know, they started in another decade, like the 70s, for, or like Brady Bunch. That started in the 60s. I believe I have every single episode of the Brady Bunch. For a while there, I was trying to collect every single episode of shows that I loved. If I love it, I wanted to buy it because I would like to be able to watch it and don't want to have to pay a streaming service just to watch an episode of one of my favorite shows. So, there. Especially like the Dukes of Hazzard, that's 7 seasons. Oh my goodness. And some streaming services make you pay by the season, or like some streaming services don't have the season you're watching, or you can't find the show that you want to watch because they want to show you the new stuff. Or like you can't find out what channel it's on because it says NBC, but then the NBC that you have isn't the one that they're talking about. Or you went to go look on the day that it said it was going to be there and it was the next day or something and you're busy. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think streaming service is as good as to make it out to be sometimes. Because if you can't find what you want to watch, because you still want to watch the Dukes of Hazzard and Elf and heck, Stranger Things, even though I don't watch that, um, or Smallville. It might be fun to. What the heck was I going for here? Oh, that's the okay. Yeah, that's not the sidewalk part. That's the part that you sit at. Okay, I'm good. Anyway, so now this looks like a soccer field. We need a flag football field. So I don't remember the rules to flag football, except for that you're supposed to try to grab the person's flag. You're like basically running around and trying to find the person, trying to grab the person's flag, and I just don't understand it. And you get in trouble by the teacher if you tackle somebody. I didn't do it; somebody else did. And um, I think one time it was the guys, and two of the guys got into a big old fight, and got sent to the principal's office, or at least a discipline center. And um, anyway, it was just it was a big old thing. Um, okay, so I'm probably gonna put another. I'm probably gonna put another wall there. The wall with the fence. One, two, three, four. Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna put the wall with the fence. Um, on this side, so then we can have the baseball diamond. But we still gotta figure out where the baseball diamond's gonna go. Okay, so we gotta end the stream. How many times am I gonna say that before I do? Good question. Okay. They're showing a picture, and when I first saw it, it looked like creepy goblin picture or something like that. And then I focused on it longer, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the Disneyland castle. That's a Disneyland duck, or possibly a swan, whatever. Um, Ducks live in Disneyland. I don't know that swans do. Um, I would think that swan's delicate body cannot handle living off of popcorn all day. So I don't remember who I was talking to, but somebody was telling me, don't worry about the ducks. Their stomachs have gotten used to eating popcorn and the rest of the junk food that ends up on the floor. And I was like, okay. I would rather give them I'd rather give them designated duck food over the popcorn and maybe bits of ice cream cone and stuff. Or the ice cream. Ice cream would probably be bad for a duck. If ducks are anything like geese, they've already got they've already got it to where they don't have when they go, they have to it's not solid. sorry to bring that up on here, but it's just not solid, you know. We've got a park in South Lake Tahoe that has geese in it, and of course they use the ground as their own personal potty, and um, it's like, be careful where you step, but you can tell because it's definitely green. Don't know why I just thought of telling you all that, but yeah, it's green. So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Adam off the airplane, and then I'm going to make a chapter 5 where it's I don't know, it's either going to be Sean's flight or kidnapped or something. I want the chapter after the one that I'm breaking up to be kidnapped if it isn't already. Um, I wrote it down so I didn't have to remember, so please don't please don't get upset at me because I don't remember every little detail of my books because, my memory isn't the best in the world to begin with. And then, add how many books do I have? Over 47, I think. Yeah, I think the last count was I have over 47 books, and some of them are like, some of them are all done, ready to go, and they don't need any tweaking. One of my books, I need to talk to my sister before I publish it. I need to adult down on that one. um, that one I let my adult mind do the talking, and yeah, some scenes need to be fixed. Like I think, okay, there's one scene where they're in a certain room doing a certain activity, and they're having fun. They really are. But that needs to be taken out, and like maybe this is what the rest of the crew is doing on the other ship, something like that. Because that book, Sean has a granddaughter coming up that is named Holly. Holly is just as stubborn as Morgan and Ashley and Katie before all of them. And I still need to come up with a good way to. Okay, so, all good characters have to be unalived at some point. Whether they just die of old age or, they die in battle, so some kind of epic battle with the bad guy. I would rather her die in an epic battle against the bad guy. But the thing is that when I started to write that, it ended up being the wimpy cowgirl doll part of it. I mean, idea of it. And I don't like that. It was just, the way I wrote it, she got annoying to the bad guy, and so he punched her, and then she wasn't anymore, and yeah. So I don't like that idea. I like the idea of her having a sword in her hand, and like a sword in her hand, and her husband are fighting the bad guy and maybe the first mate or something like that, and epic battle. because, this is Morgan's mom. Morgan's mom is the one that they were having I think it was a 3 hour long battle with the enemy pirates, and there's one lone survivor, and she's like, oh, heck no. And um, unalived him too. So, um, but they did something, that crew did something to her crew that, was unforgivable. And she decided to take care of it the violent way. Whereas Morgan would just threaten to take them to that island. There's a very good reason. The island that I keep talking about with Sean and Jesse. Um, okay, so just want to take one more, and then I'm gonna make myself stop because I need lunch. For one, and for two, I need to finish that page. I'm almost done with it. I am needing to finish. Okay, so show. And then she goes and starts another thing. Yeah. Well, like I said, I just want to take this out. But I already took the I want to take this out thing out. Now I'm taking out more and driving myself crazy. Yeah. Isn't this fun? Yeah. Um See, that's about what a baseball diamond's going to look like. It's probably just going to be a different shape is all. Um it's going to be, like a L shape instead of a full on 3/4 of a square. Like I've got there. Um, well, we could. I'm not sure how we would do that, but we could. There's going to be big wide open spaces over here. We could put in the baseball, a baseball diamond here and a couple over there and all that, and still have the basketball courts and all, and the numbers and everything, just in a different direction. Um, it'd be safer if somebody was driving, like if somebody was driving, what? If somebody was driving a car, it'd be safer. Because I think like the custodian or somebody was driving their truck one time when we went out to PE, and they were very careful. Didn't have to worry about them running you over or anything. But it did, it was something that concerned me. Okay, so I've already told you about my books. I've already said if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. That's all that's stopping me from getting monetized. Either that or watch every single one of my shorts, the short videos, and because every time I say shorts, I'm thinking the ones that you wear on your butt, you know. I don't know why, but that's what's coming up in my head. So, somebody may not understand what a short is and be thinking I'm talking about the um, shorts that you wear. Um, but yeah, either that or you can watch every single one of my shorts and tell everybody that you know and everybody that you don't know to watch my shorts as well. Because I need 10,000 views. 10 million views, sorry. 10 million views on shorts. And I think that is crazy. That is crazy. I'm willing to do it if it, gets me monetized, but oh my goodness. Okay. And then see, that's pretty much what the side of this wall right here. That is what the ocean cliff is supposed to look like. And then you go and um um my mind just turned off, seriously. Then you look down far enough and there's the ocean. Of course, in real life you would see the ocean, but in not real life you don't get to see the ocean. Okay, so that is bugging me. Lilo and Stitch, Hawaiian roller coaster ride is stuck in my head, but I don't know if that's the exact words, but motion in the ocean, but it's making me think of something else, not Lilo and Stitch, so just saying. Okay. I know somebody's going to think of this in the wrong way, but it says 8 F words, words that start with the letter F that describe your booty. Before I read that whole entire thing, I was thinking something else. Like Fanny. Are there even that many words that start with the F that would describe that part of your body? Oh no, I need that. Okay. Oops. Do I need that? I don't know. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. It seems to me that specifically Frank Oz, just walked onto the stage, said everything right, and it's all good. But I bet you he did have some moments and accidentally doing Kermit's voice when he's trying to voice Miss Piggy, and I'm assuming he was human. I know, never assume, but I'm just assuming that he was human and wasn't perfect all the time. Um, I was watching a video the other day that um showed the Star Wars characters then and the Star Wars characters now. And I thought it was kind of weird because everybody that I can't remember if he was one of the ones with wings or not, but everybody that was in the video, if they were um not with us anymore, they had wings. And after a little bit, it struck me as weird that they had not put wings on like Yoda. Um, yeah, like they had not put wings on Yoda. They had not put wings on Qui-Gon Jinn. Um, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, they showed him, yeah, it's like Ian or Ewan or however you say his name. I don't know. Because I could have sworn that it was Ian, and then all of a sudden I see that it's spelled Ewan. So unless the W is silent, it's not Ian. Anyway, however you say his name. But, they showed him as he was in, like, 1, 2, and I can't remember right now, so I'm gonna assume 3. Yeah. 3, because, that's when, I was gonna say that's when Hayden Christensen turned into Darth Vader. Well, technically it is, but, that's when Anakin turned into Darth Vader. And then the Emperor's like, "You killed her." And then he's like, "No!" But it did not sound good. He's just not a natural, he's not a natural, "No!" If they would have had, like, a voice actor do his no for him, um, seriously, if they would have had someone do the no for him, it probably would have been better. They could have had like Bruce Willis or Kiefer Sutherland or Sylvester Stallone. Well, no, probably not Sylvester Stallone because um he sounds because of his accent. But I still think he would do a good, he'd do a really good job. Just his accent, it wouldn't be a good match for Hayden Christensen. But anyway, there's like guys that can pull off the no, but not him. It's like that wussy killing. You know what? I'm still going. It's like that wussy kill for Han Solo. They could have come up with some kind of epic battle thing where, I don't know how, but they could have come up with some kind of epic battle thing. Like maybe they're in X-wings or TIE fighters or speeders or something like that. Well, it would have to be speeders with uh you know laser torpedoes or whatever. But yeah, they could have come up with something. I know he's not as you know He's not as young as he used to be, but still, I think he would have been able to pull off being in a vehicle and shooting at something, and he's the one that gets blown up. You know, something with dignity. And I think it's a little weird, but Mark Hamill looks like he's older than Harrison Ford, and I don't think he is. Okay, so in theory, you know, like most days when I'm like, I'm going to stop and then I keep going and going and going, take it with a grain of salt, but as soon as I get this grass taken out and put in the, um, put in the, I'll make sense in a minute. You know, I don't think I did this quite right because, because there needs to be a sidewalk, but, maybe we'll have a tunnel underneath the bleachers or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Dun, 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 dun. I am not trying to get in trouble again. But it's stuck in my head. So yesterday I got into like, you know, I call it hyper mode. I got into like hyper mode, and I was just, you know, like singing and singing and singing, but not knowing hardly enough of the words to establish what I was singing. But yeah, and it was just driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to stop. I will see you in the next streamer video.